Welcome to another exciting episode of Simple Mind Space, where we explore the fascinating world of Bitcoin and the future of finance. Today, we have a very special guest, the one and only Michael Saylor. Now, you probably know Michael as the Bitcoin Titan, the MicroStrategy Maverick, the man who made waves with his bold bet on digital gold. But what you might not know is that this isn't his first rodeo. Long before Bitcoin was even a twinkle in Satoshi's eye, Michael was already making history in the tech world. Back in 2011, he placed a huge bet on the mobile revolution, going all in on companies like Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Google. He saw the transformative power of mobile technology when most people were still clinging to their flip phones. And guess what? He was right. That bet paid off big time. Today, we're going to rewind the clock and delve into Michael's brilliant mind. We'll explore the parallels between his early bet on the mobile wave and his current conviction in Bitcoin. So, buckle up and get ready for an insightful journey into the world of disruptive technologies, smart investments, and the future of money. You're about to learn from the best. The wisdom of history and the inevitability of Bitcoin. You know, when we study history, we often hear the saying, "Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it." And nowhere is this truer than in the realm of money. For centuries, civilizations have risen and fallen, and with them, their currencies. The stories are eerily similar. A new ruler, a strong society, a promising currency. But then the inevitable happens. Overspending, wars, the temptation to print more money. And what follows is a predictable cycle of debasement, inflation, economic turmoil, and ultimately, collapse. Think about it. The Romans learned it the hard way. Centuries later, the Spanish Empire repeated the same mistakes, and countless other civilizations throughout history have fallen prey to the siren song of inflationary monetary policies. But here's the thing. History doesn't just tell us what happened, it also reveals timeless principles. And one of those principles is the enduring tension between chaos and order, between those who seek to impose authority and those who fight for freedom. This is where Bitcoin comes in. Bitcoin is the antidote to the recurring plague of monetary manipulation. It's the embodiment of economic freedom, a decentralized system that can't be controlled by governments or institutions. It's the monetary reset button the world desperately needs. Now, you might be thinking, well, Bitcoin sounds great and all, but isn't it too late for me to get on board? I mean, it's already at insert current Bitcoin price here. The ship has sailed, right? Wrong. Think about it this way. 15 years after Manhattan was founded, was it too late to invest in New York real estate? Was it too late 15 years after the founding of companies like Apple or Microsoft? The answer is a resounding no. In fact, history shows that the biggest gains often come to those who recognize the value of a truly transformative asset early on, even if it seems expensive or misunderstood at the time. And let's be honest, most people are still scratching their heads when it comes to Bitcoin. They don't get it. They see the price fluctuations and they get scared. They listen to the naysayers who dismiss it as a fad or a bubble. But here's the thing. Those naysayers were wrong about the internet. They were wrong about mobile phones, and they're wrong about Bitcoin. We are living through the Bitcoin gold rush, a once-in-a-generation opportunity to be part of something truly revolutionary. This is the time to educate yourself, to ignore the noise, and to invest in your future. Don't let fear and short-sightedness make you miss out on the biggest wealth creation event in history, the digital transformation of money. Why this time it's different. Remember that incredible period a decade ago when the world was swept up in the mobile revolution? Suddenly, everything was being digitized. Communication, relationships, information. They were all being transformed by the power of mobile technology. Apple revolutionized devices and communications. Facebook changed the way we connect with each other. Google put the world's information at our fingertips. And Amazon redefined retail. These companies weren't just successful, they became titans, reshaping entire industries. And why? Because they understood the power of digital transformation. They saw that technology wasn't just about making things faster or more convenient. It was about fundamentally changing how we live, work, and interact with the world. But here's the key. The time to invest in those companies was when most people were still laughing at them, when they were considered too expensive or too risky. Now fast forward to today. The mobile revolution is old news. We all have smartphones, we all use social media, and we all rely on e-commerce. Those companies are giants, but their growth has slowed. They're no longer the disruptive forces they once were. So the question becomes, what's next? What's the next big technological wave that's going to reshape the world? The answer is staring us right in the face: the digital transformation of money. And at the forefront of this revolution is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is more than just a cryptocurrency. It's the world's first truly global, decentralized, and scarce digital asset. It's the culmination of decades of innovation in cryptography and computer science. It's the solution to the broken monetary system that has plagued humanity for centuries. Think about it. Traditional currencies are controlled by governments. They can be printed at will, devaluing your savings and eroding your purchasing power. They're subject to inflation, manipulation, and even confiscation. Bitcoin is different. It can't be manipulated by central banks. It can't be inflated. It can't be censored. It's digital gold on steroids. The Bitcoin gold rush, a 10-year window of opportunity. Let me let you in on a little secret. We are currently living through the Bitcoin gold rush. And this gold rush isn't about digging up nuggets in some remote riverbed. It's about accumulating a scarce digital asset that has the potential to redefine the financial landscape. Now, you might be skeptical. After all, gold rushes are supposed to be marked by frenzy, by a mad dash for riches. And while there's definitely excitement in the air, the Bitcoin gold rush is different. It's quieter, more cerebral. It's about understanding the fundamental value proposition of a technology that most people still don't fully grasp. Here's why I believe the Bitcoin gold rush started in January 2024 and why it's likely to run for another decade, culminating around November 2034. First, we've entered a period of unprecedented institutional adoption. Major financial players like BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale have all jumped into the Bitcoin ETF arena. This influx of institutional capital is a major vote of confidence in Bitcoin as a legitimate asset class. Second, we're seeing increased regulatory clarity. The approval of Bitcoin ETFs is a clear signal that governments are starting to accept the inevitability of digital currencies. Third, the Bitcoin halving event in April 2024 will cut the rate of new Bitcoin creation in half. This reduction in supply, coupled with growing demand, is a recipe for significant price appreciation. And finally, by November 2034, 99% of all Bitcoin that will ever exist will have been mined. This scarcity factor, combined with increasing adoption, is going to drive the value of Bitcoin exponentially higher. So what does this mean for you? It means that the window of opportunity to acquire Bitcoin at a reasonable price is closing. Every day that passes, more people are waking up to the potential of this revolutionary asset. Don't be the person who looks back in a decade and regrets not taking action. Michael Saylor's advice to young entrepreneurs: look, the world is changing at an unprecedented pace. The old rules no longer apply. The things that made our parents and grandparents successful aren't going to cut it in this new digital age. So what's a young entrepreneur to do? How do you navigate this landscape of disruptive technologies and seize the opportunities of tomorrow? Well, you're in luck, because I had the opportunity to ask Michael Saylor that very question, and his advice was pure gold. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, in every generation, there are a handful of transformative technologies that reshape the world. Right now, those technologies are artificial intelligence, AI, and digital energy, represented by Bitcoin. If you want to be successful, you need to understand these technologies and figure out how to leverage them. Now, you might be thinking, AI, I get it. That's self-driving cars, robots, all that cool stuff. But digital energy? What does that even mean? Think of it this way. Energy is the ability to do work. It's the force that drives progress. And for centuries, we've relied on physical forms of energy, fossil fuels, electricity, etc. But now we have a new form of energy, digital energy. It's the energy that powers the internet, that enables instant communication and global commerce. And Bitcoin is the purest form of digital energy. It's scarce, it's secure, and it's borderless. So how do you leverage these technologies? First, identify your passion. What are you truly interested in? What gets you excited? Focus. Don't spread yourself too thin. Find the one thing you can be truly great at and pour all your energy into it. Third, be relentless. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, dedication, and a willingness to persevere even when things get tough. And finally, don't be afraid to take risks. The biggest rewards often come to those who are willing to step outside their comfort zones and embrace the unknown. The bottom line, don't be afraid to be great. We've covered a lot of ground today, but here's the key takeaway. We are living through a time of unprecedented opportunity. The digital transformation of money is upon us, and Bitcoin is leading the charge. Don't sit on the sidelines. Don't let fear and uncertainty hold you back. Educate yourself, take action, and embrace the future. And hey, if you enjoyed this episode, do us a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your friends. The more people we can educate about Bitcoin, the better.